This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. Today we're talking with Matt Wilson, General Manager, Controls Business Unit, Brake and Wheel End Group for Hendrickson. Matt, thanks for taking the time.
Jason, thanks for having me. Appreciate being here.
We are going to dive into the world of automatic tire inflation systems for trailers, which there is usually a high take rate of those systems on trailers. It's something fleets have been familiar with for some time. But I think in a lot of ways we can take that technology for granted, right? Can you walk me through maybe some of the advancements in automatic tire inflation systems that fleets shouldn't overlook today?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of fleets, many fleets already recognize the basic benefit of an automatic tire inflation system. And specifically, that's to handle underinflated tires. And by far, that's the biggest problem you have with tires out in the field. But there are also other issues and other incremental gains that sometimes I think fleets do overlook. And specifically, that has to do with equalizing your tire pressures across wheel positions, overinflation. There are other problems related to tire pressure that a basic tire inflation system can't manage. And so if you look at some of the systems that are available today, for example, TireMax Pro, one of our more advanced systems here at Hendrickson, will balance all of the tire pressures across all of the wheel positions. And what that is important for is if you have, especially in dual applications, it's very important to make sure that two tires that are bolted together operate at the same pressure. And if you don't have a system that can balance pressures, then oftentimes you can't get the optimized wear that you would like to get, even though you've handled some of the major problems related to underinflation. In addition to that, there's even further level of control with some products that are out there. One that we offer is called TireMax Pro LB that will actually adjust tire pressure based on the trailer load as well. So just another further enhancement of what the capabilities of the system are to ensure that your tire pressures always match the given load that you're trying to carry.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I do want to dive into some of that intelligence that's baked into there. I'm going to get to that in a moment. I do have a follow-up though, because you talk about some of the tires wearing more regularly. I know that you have built an ROI calculator as well. When you're going through that process with fleets on that ROI side, what are some of those common cost reductions that fleets report after adopting something like TireMax, and what time frame are those savings typically seen in?
Yeah, that's a great question. As I mentioned already, the biggest problem you have with tires is underinflation. And the reason for that is because if you can't keep your tires inflated properly, you get a lot of field failures. And a tire failure out on the road can be very expensive, as you can imagine. Not only the cost of the tire, but not only the cost of the tire, but you also have downtime and lost revenue because you can't operate the equipment. Sometimes it includes towing. So there's a lot of ancillary costs whenever you have a breakdown on the road related to a tire that very quickly can pay back if you have an inflation system. The reason for that is, minor tire injuries are easily handled by an automatic tire inflation system. So systems like TireMax can keep you from having road failures that are very costly for a fleet.
Right, and I know in talking with fleets on my side and even some tire manufacturers, I know those trailer tires are kind of the least looked after, just almost day in, day out. Drivers do the inspections on their steers, they do it on the drives. Yeah, by the time they get to the trailers, they're looking at them, and yeah, sure, they're good to go, we're ready to go. But to your point, the nuance and the precision of that inflation, not just pumping air into the tires to keep it at a certain pressure, but as you indicated earlier, normalizing that pressure across the wheelbase there, definitely important. And I think it speaks to, again, that intelligence that's baked in. And I know there's a push for more data and maintenance in trailers, in trailer tires. Can you kind of tell me a little bit more about that? What trailer telematic integrations are you looking at on the TireMax side, and how are fleets using that baked in intelligence?
Yeah, absolutely. As you can imagine, Hendrickson is getting the same kind of feedback and pressure from the industry that everybody else is. And that is fleets want more data. They want to be able to manage their equipment remotely. They want to know what's going on. They want to know when their trailers are, what condition they're in. Are they ready to operate? And so actually, we're very close to launching a TPMS system that very specifically integrates with TireMax. And what our system will do is it will provide Bluetooth TPMS sensors that are integrated into the hubcap so that when you install a TireMax system, you automatically have the TPMS sensors are already present, and any telematics system that's capable of ingesting Bluetooth can then pick up those signals. I think you would see, if you look at many fleets that are using telematics today, one of the more popular sensing systems that they all include almost invariably is tire pressure sensing, because tires are so important.
Right. Well, and I even got to say, we've seen a number of new Class 8 truck launches here in the past year, more to come, I think. And on the dash, a lot of them have these digital dash displays, right? There are tire pressure graphics for the tractor itself, right? You got your steer tire pressure, you got your drive tire pressure. If they're able to add in that trailer tire pressure monitoring, huge gains there in being able to have that visibility, like you said, into how the trailer's operating.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if you look at a lot of the telematics companies out there, they're working closely with the ELD suppliers on the tractor side. So there's a number of telematics companies that can take the TPMS information that they collect off of the trailer and display that inside the cab so that the driver can not only see the tractor tire pressure, but they can look at the tire pressure, instantaneous tire pressure of the entire vehicle. So again, super important to make sure that you'll avoid field tire problems.
For sure. Matt, I want to thank you for taking the time. I look forward to talking to you more as you roll out more of these intelligent tire inflation solutions. We'll talk to you very soon.
Thank you very much.